Paris.
Have you looked over the votes for commencement speaker?
Yeah.
Are the ones for Princess Diana's butler jokes or real?
I'd say jokes.
What about the ones for Dr. Phil?
I think real.
I knew that suggestion box was a bad idea. Watch Choate get Joan Didion while we're being read Eloise at the Plaza.
Listen, before the others get here, we should probably decide what we're going to do.
About what?
About the prom coup Francie staged last week.
You mean booking Wadsworth Mansion?
Using all of the money reserved for the telescope that we wanted to buy for the senior gift.
Why does one pinhead always have to vote for Jerry Garcia?
I'm not sure if the deposit check has been sent yet, but...
I already took care of that.
What?
Wadsworth Mansion is owned by the Connecticut Daughters of the Mayflower. Most of those biddies couldn't negotiate an icy sidewalk, much less a contract. Took me about 5 minutes on the phone to get them down to half their asking price.
You're kidding.
Well, there was no way I was letting the class gift be a stupid tree just so Ginger Spice can have her Barbie dream prom.
She's a sneak.
She's not smart enough to be a sneak. Anyone can call a meeting. It's that loser, Mr. Hunter, that let her get away with it.
Well, she kind of forced him into it.
You can't force a teacher into something, Rory. No. It was Hunter. He's been jealous of me since I got into office. Whenever I announce I have a new motion to introduce, he flinches, actually physically tightens up for a moment. It's creepy.
Yeah, but...
Well, our fearless leader's at work already. I feel so safe.
That girl bugs me.
Relax, she's harmless.
Paris, Rory.
Paris, Rory, bedwetter. Shall we sit?
Fine, let's sit.
I call this meeting of the Student Council to order. Is the secretary ready?
I am.
Then let's proceed. First of all, I'd like to apologize for missing last week's somewhat impromptu meeting. As most of you know, its scheduling was somewhat unorthodox since the meeting was a supplementary meeting, which was a concept invented by me. So the fact that anyone would hold a meeting invented by a certain person without that certain person seems, well, let's see, what's the word? Mutinous, insulting, underhanded, and in the end, fruitless, since I managed to renegotiate the rental fee for the Wadsworth Mansion so that we'll be able to have the prom and give the school a respectable senior gift in the form of a telescope. Any questions, Mr. Christian? I mean, Mr. Hunter.
No.
Good. So, now that that's out of the way, let's move on to other business. Francie.
As you know, Health Week is coming up. We have speakers lined up to discuss everything from heart disease and exercise to the dangers of sun damage and fried food. Everyone's booked and ready to go. The only thing left to figure out is where to set up the sign-up table for the annual blood drive. Jeez.
What's the matter?
She hates the word blood.
Give me a heart attack.
Just keep your hands on your ears.
Tell me when it's over.
As I was saying before the freak out, we need to figure out where to place the sign-up table for the blood drive.
I can still hear her.
Hum to yourself.
Continue, please.
I'm proposing putting it in the cafeteria. It's got easy access, maximum exposure, and almost 90% of the student body visits the cafeteria every day. It's the perfect location.
Well,
No.
Excuse me?
You can't set up in the cafeteria. It's a fire hazard.
it is?
Yes, it's a fire hazard. You'll have to find another place.
You're kidding.
I never kid about fire safety.
Well, Rory, I actually know the fire codes for the cafeteria, and as long as we don't cram more than 300 people in there, we can start an opium den and the fire department wouldn't care.
A, Francie, I think they would care. And B, I'm not talking about numbers. You set up that table, get people thinking about blood, someone smells smoke, and the next thing you know, 50 stampeding teenagers are using your body to lever open a door. I won't allow that.
This is Xanadu level of insane.
You do realize you're opposing the blood drive?
No, I'm opposing the blood drive in the cafeteria.
Is it really that big a deal?
It's the rules, Paris, the rules of common decency, and I'll be damned if I let Francie ignore those rules.
Well, okay. Motion denied. The senior class president will come up with an alternate plan for the location of the sign-up table for the blood drive. Now, Louise, poke John Williams over there and tell her she can cut the score. We're moving on. Advertising space in the yearbook is only 50% sold as of right now. What are we going to do about this? Roger, yes.
Well, this